I think the thing where we have to understand is who we are can be our greatest asset or our greatest liability.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And for the people who understand it, they know the process of evolving.
Yeah.
To people who don't understand, it's like, oh shit, man, that's a Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
He cooning.
Yeah.
That nigga, he ain't da-da-da-da-da. But more or less, it's not. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I was telling them, I was like, listen, it's not changing what you say, it's presenting it in a different way that's digestible to the audience.
Yep.
When I see people like Beyonce, when I see people like Jay-Z, when I see people like Drake, when I see people even like Kanye, when I see people like Cardi B, when I see people like Snoop Dogg is the perfect example.
Correct.
He never changed.
He just made it digestible.
He just made it digestible for the masses.
Yep.
And you go wherever you want to go.
And he's still Snoop.
He's still Snoop.
Yep.
He gonna be smoking or smelling like a pound of the finest marijuana that this earth has to provide. But he didn't change, he didn't switch up. I think for us, when people see this or hear this, I want them to realize like, bro, are you evolving?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because some do, some don't. You never stay in the same. Yeah. Some people either make that step. If you stay stagnant, you're losing a step. You see what I'm saying? So throughout that whole process, I know your loyalty is with Virginia State.
Definitely.
But my question is, who has the best HBCU experience that you can recall?
Man, that's a crazy question because it's all experiences are different.
Correct.
Right? Now, I've been to a couple different homecomings, so I'll go from that perspective, right? I've been to the GHO. I've been to A&T homecoming. The tailgates is crazy. I've been to your small schools like a Claflin University that's in Orangeburg, South Carolina, that has a different experience because it's more of a small niche. Right. I've been to a Howard University on a Friday. I've been to FAM on a Fest Friday or, the Set Friday.
Correct.
Man, I think that it's tough to answer that because but I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one though. I'm just saying it's tough. I ain't gonna be that guy.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna be that guy.
Gotcha.
I can't be that guy.
Gotcha.
But when I'm looking at if I'm not gonna be biased, right? So I'm gonna remove Virginia State out of that.
No, listen, because bro, we just
what's up? Yeah,
we don't crank up now. Yeah. We about to go down this cruise control and we gonna be all right. Yeah. But in the meantime, I'm still buying time for you to keep thinking like, man, 2016,
I got
2019.
You. I've been to a couple yards. That's why I'm like, and the experiences have all been different. But if I had to pinpoint outside of my university, because my school is, to me, top tier, but that's anybody, right? That's how they gonna feel. I think when you have to look holistically of what you can get and what you can receive, I might have to give it to A&T.
North Carolina A&T?
I might have to.
Wow.
I might have to give it to A&T based on, I haven't been to all schools, so I can't speak on all the schools in the South, things like that. But when you look at, they're constantly rebuilding. So,
rebuilding physically or rebuilding
the infrastructure, like the school's infrastructure and what they have to offer. I know they got the journalism program with the top-notch sound stuff. I mean, in media space, I know they got the agricultural things, and because their students' population grows, the money grows, and they're able to create this space and impact. And then they have the name, and then they stapled the GHO component of homecoming. So now, when you look at homecoming season, people want to travel to experience it. So that keeps your homecoming bubbling, lively because, oh man, you might be like, yo, like for example, I know you went to Howard homecoming and you've been out there a little bit, and you might be like, man, I gotta go to GHO, because you heard GHO and you want to just experience it
for the people
yourself.
So your acronyming
is greatest homecoming on earth is what A&T has labeled their homecoming. And so then you get your celebrities come back. And then the tailgate is crazy and all these different things because people are always coming back and it's always lively. And their pride is different. That also makes difference for an HBCU. Everybody's level of pride is different. And so those at Howard, you know, they're going to say HU, you know, they're going to have a Hampton thing, but then at A&T, they're going to have that Aggie pride. Like, so it's something that they really feel, you know, but if I had to give you a second runner-up, I'm going to say FAMU.
Really?
I've been there on a set Friday that was stupid.
Retarded.
Stupid. And this was
ridiculous.
2016. Then I just did something this year with Coach at FAMU, and it was stupid. Stupid. and the one reason that also makes it crazy is the weather.
Yeah, it's warm.
It's warm in
the
Tallahassee.
homecoming season is usually like fall.
It's October. So you gonna get that sun.
Yeah.
And then, for example, we was there, Envy. I seen DJ Envy walk by. I seen Jay Fonz walk by. I hosted something with Roxy. So now you getting all these different celebrities coming by.
The who's who.
And who's and the was and the highs. You know what I'm saying? And then it's Will Packer's amphitheater. You know what I'm saying? So now it's people that want to come by and see that, show him love and show him homage, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think those different components make the experience.
I love that. Now, we cruising.
Come on now.
You dig?
I like cruise control.
I like where we at right now. Where haven't you gone?
Haven't I been? Man, I haven't been to Texas Southern. I haven't been to Jackson State. I have not been to, when you talking like those big schools, those the first two to come to mind. I've never experienced Spellhouse.
Okay.
I've been, of course, on campus, but I never experienced Spellhouse.
Correct.
Or Clark Atlanta. I've been on Prairie View's campus for a meeting, but never experienced a homecoming. And I know PV gets spicy.
Yeah.
You know?
I got some little tenure in Prairie View. Shout out to 290. You know, that's the highway it's on. I had to pass Prairie View every single time I was traveling from the airport to my junior college.
Okay.
And during the summertime, we would, you know, do like a little exhibition of 7-on-7, like their skill versus our skill with the JUCO. And yeah, I grew to like really appreciate Prairie View. You know what I'm saying? That football team at that time had kind of, you know, welcomed us. You know what I'm saying? It was on like, as alphas, like not the fraternity, but as alpha males, you know what I'm saying? You walk around and it's like, it's a stare off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
You good?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, he's straight.
He cool. He all right.
So once we passed that,
it was love.
It was like,
love.
Hey, what y'all boys doing later on? You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys go shower up, come back, man. And then, so that's how I was. So with Prairie View, man, it was nothing but love there. And a lot of people don't really know how cultured I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of Texas in me. I got a little bit of Florida in me. I got you know what I'm saying, a lot of Alabama in me. Obviously, you know, doing a lot of work in North Carolinas or the Carolinas as a whole. So, you know, I'm a mutt, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the culture. And I appreciate that because I'm just not biased to Atlanta. You feel me?
You a little bit of everything.
Man, I was like, man, when I first went to JUCO, man, I started listening to doggone Lil Kiki and Bun B and Pimp C and, you know, just everything slowed down and chopped and screwed. And I was like, bro, this really ain't bad though. It really put you in a little trance where it's like, oh, I see that. Then at that time, man, Drake had came out with the Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Oh, man.
Man, that was just a time of my life, man, that I just appreciate
But that's what you get at an HBCU too,
Correct.
though. So like anyone that I've talked to, like for example, I did an interview with DJ Envy, and Envy was just saying when he got to Hampton, he was like, man, my roommate was from like the West Coast. I never heard West Coast music. And then you get people from down south. And then you get, you know, he from New York, so he know that. But then you got people like Chicago, give you the Midwest. And so what you got was that melting pot of different people giving you
what you said. It was a spicy.
That little spicy. That's a little bit of this.
A little bit of cayenne. Don't forget the herb. Don't forget the dill. Don't forget.
And then when you stir it together, and your grandma had you taste the sauce, come on now. And that's exactly what the culture is.